What's going on, baby? Today we're going to be talking about how to sharpen your axe before you begin chopping, and why to sharpen your axe before you begin chopping, and what do I mean by that, and how to apply the same methodology that you do with chopping down trees to business. And to start off with a bang, I'm just going to explain how the common sense of sharpening your axe before you begin chopping and why you do that. And why you sharpen your axe before you begin chopping is because if you ever chop down a tree and you have a dull axe, you'll notice how much longer it takes to chop down that tree compared to how long it takes to chop down that same tree if you had a sharp axe. It may take 12 hours to chop down that one tree with a dull axe, compared to if you had a sharp axe, it would take 3 hours, right? So it's taking 4 times as long to chop down that tree with a dull axe. And we can apply the same methodology to business. And it's really just looking at the actions that we're taking and looking at that, what the effect those actions are creating, and making sure that we are having the most sharp actions, and making sure that every action that we are taking throughout our day is super sharp to then create the most effective outcome of that action, right? And that's just cause and effect, baby. And in order to do that, you need to know what actions you are taking to create the most effective outcome. And the best way to do that is by planning the next day the night prior. And that's going to allow you just to have solely input of action the next day, because you're not going to take any time to think. You're not going to take any time to think the next day because you have the planned actions of what to take. So it's just pure actions the next day. You have no time to think, and you don't need to think, which just means that you have concise congruence, and that turns confusion into clarity. And clarity becomes not before action, but after action. And that's going to allow you to have a lot more effective day, because you already sharpened your axe before. And you sharpen your axe by making sure that you plan the day with the most effective task possible to create the most effective outcome of those tasks. You are doing the most and the best tasks that move the bloody needle the most. Making sure that you're doing the best actions that create the best effect that you desire inside your business. And that's probably growth inside your business. And let's say it's inside of marketing inside of your business. Then you're trying to create the most effective actions inside of marketing that's going to move the bloody needle the most for improving your marketing, which improves the overall growth of your business. And you plan those actions the night prior, so that the next day you solely have just input and energy towards action. And you already know, because you planned the night prior, of that those actions are purely moving the bloody needle. And so when you have a full day of just action, it's going to allow you to crush the day, because those actions are only moving the bloody needle. And that's awesome, because not only are you saving so much time and you're being concise with the energy that you're expending towards, but you're also using your time in the most effective manner, right? Because your time is getting condensed and only towards moving the bloody needle, because you just planned of sole action. And action is the only thing that's going to move the bloody needle. And that allows you to have more output and energy in the right direction. By having energy in the right direction, by planning the specific task and noticing the cause of those tasks is in direct correlation with the effect that you want to make. And that makes sure that the next day you don't even have to think when you look at your plan, and it's just pure action. And you allow yourself to not think about the actions that you are doing, but only take action, because you know the actions that you are taking are creating the most effective outcome and creating the most effect inside your business, because you planned that the night prior, of making sure that all of those actions were having a sharp impact. And that's why you sharpen your axe before you begin chopping. Let's go, baby!